The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
If you're building or buying or selling a home, the Real Estate Crew's got news for you at the Real Estate House Party.
With attorney Rick Carter,
Real Estate House Party.
paralegal Kathy Holtshouser,
Real Estate House Party. Come in, have fun.
and comedian Tony V. Now, here's real estate attorney Rick Carter.
Welcome to Real Estate House Party. Tony V, good to see you back.
Nice to be back.
Kathy, good to have
Kath,
you with us there
she's
too.
looking
'Cause
good. She
you were
looks like
thinking
she-
of taking a vacation day today, but I got to tell you, she is a little hungover.
All right.
So she won't be talking too much.
We won't expect much out of Kath today.
No, so she's going to
She
just...
looks like she got a tan.
She got a
little
hell of a
tan. She's
tan.
been away.
Nice
and,
tan, yeah.
Where you been? You were down? She was down, and she can only whisper things to me
yeah,
things
probably,
today because
yeah.
she doesn't want to stretch her
Stretch
voice
her-
out
yeah,
too
of
much anymore.
course.
But she's been down Florida. Look at the
at
tan
her.
she's
Look
got.
at
Yeah,
that.
she looks great.
Show everyone your tan there. Show Tony your tan.
Yeah, looks
yeah,
great.
that's
Yeah,
good, huh?
fantastic.
So perfect. So and you've been down in Aruba. So
I was in Aruba.
So I
and
have a couple
got little
vacationing
tan.
people
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
and
I was not vacationing. I was
that's
working.
true. That's true. So that's
We
true.
had shows. I had to do 6 shows in 11 days.
Kathy says, "What'd you work? Half hour a night?"
About that.
Yeah, about that.
About that.
Yeah, yeah.
And, but,
Pants on?
Pants on for the whole time.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So we are going to get a lot of real estate done today.
Yeah, because
Get a lot of-
Kathy's not going to speak up. That's
Yeah, we're not going to
fine.
get interrupted at all.
No.
This is going to be great.
No,
She
it's
might.
just
Right? Is that
Nothing,
okay?
Real estate.
Yep.
All
So we're
the
going to give
time.
all sorts of buyer tips on what buyers, first-time home buyers should get.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So
You know what I've noticed?
okay.
People are advertising a lot of stages.
Oh,
I've
you're
been
right.
Hearing
Oh, yeah.
advertising for stages,
Stages are
and
the
we
best.
never heard. I never heard advertising for that before.
Yeah, they're.
Like during baseball games, they're
Oh
the
yeah,
company
yeah.
that
Because you know what it
advertise.
is, the whole industry has slowed down a little bit.
Right, so now they're
a lot
trying
of
to
people
gin
are
up
marketing that normally wouldn't be marketing.
Right.
Stages are great.
Right.
You know, we did get a tip last week. This is a good tip for stages.
Yeah.
And so if you are representing a divorced couple, you don't
Always problematic.
problematic. You don't want to tip off the buyer
That
that's a
they're-
divorce situation
Oh,
because they might think, oh boys, these
This
guys
is gonna
have
be a
to
rough-
sell.
right.
It's going to be a rough ride, but
Rough
also
ride, right.
they have to sell for X amount of dollars, and they're going to move quickly.
Right.
So we learned all that from John Maroney and his guests.
Right.
So
how do you avoid disclosing that?
yeah, if it's asked, but we had a divorce attorney on, and she suggested, you got to keep an eye on the closets because you don't want to go in there and all of a sudden it's just female stuff in the closet.
If
So-
one of the parties comes out of the closet, we know why there was a
Being a
divorce.
divorce, right,
Yeah,
exactly.
right.
What
They-
do you
yeah.
She-
I got a smile out of Kathy. That's great.
She's doing a lot better now.
Yeah.
She's coming around.
Yeah.
So, so we had a lot of information on that. But this one, I think we might have this particular show we're probably going to do a big show in September.
Yeah.
So this might be showcasing first-time homebuyer tips.
Oh, okay.
All right?
So you'll do that live.
We're going to do it, sort of live because we're going to film this one because we
Right.
have you, me, and Kathy
Yes.
here.
The
And-
A team.
Yeah, the A team, and that's why a lot of people called me today to try to come on the show. I said, nope,
No,
just
we just-
you, me, and
and
Kathy
Kathy.
today.
That's all we need.
Because that's all we're talking
That's all we
about.
ever need. Yeah.
Does that sound good to you? So we're going to talk a little bit about first-time home buyer stuff, okay? You're doing good? You feeling good?
He's good.
All right,
yeah.
just sure.
I think the sunglasses help because these lights are
They are very bright.
they're a little bright. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bright. They help a little bit?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, tips.
Tips on first-time home buying.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. So I always try to give the same, so again, this is going to be showcased maybe.
Before we get into it,
Okay.
let me ask you
I'm
this.
surprised we almost got into it in the 4 minute
No.
mark.
This is.
I'm
I'm
sorry. Can
keeping
you
it
see
real
okay?
estate. Yeah, I got her.
Yeah.
This is what changes from the first time you buy a house to like the second or third time you buy a house.
You're more of a.
You just know more.
You know more.
Okay.
You know the whole process.
Right.
When you're a first time home buyer, you don't have any clue about time frames.
Right, and it's the biggest purchase you've made to
Ever
that-
made. Time management.
Right.
You don't get all the coaching on certain things.
Right.
that get you through that first time. Like there's studies of they've been questioning millennials after their purchase
Right.
in the last year or so, and they're saying, well, how did everything go? And they're there horribly, and they have their reasons why it went horribly. So
probably somebody used the wrong pronoun. and they were triggered, and then the whole thing went belly
it
up.
went downhill from there.
Sure, right.
Right. My family and I were talking about lately. I'm seeing a lot of emails lately where their signature says he, she, they.
Yeah.
So there's no, I guess they're trying to show
It's a
no
thing.
ambiguity, but
Right.
it's a little bit of ambiguity by doing that.
Right.
So did you get a little bit more politically and more woke while you were in Aruba?
I'm as woke as they come. You know that.
I do know that.
Yeah.
I do know that. So
Yeah.
So tips,
No, we had a couple of incidents, where people were
not woke or
not, well, yes,
yeah. Do you want to talk about them?
No.
You want to wait?
Yeah, we'll wait.
All right, Kathy. All right.
If it
you,
comes
we
up,
just
it'll
gotta
come
wait.
up, but it'll be
All right.
fine.
All right. So
That's all.
we're probably going to be writing some blogs too. And one of the blogs
Blogging?
I put you in there as Tony V's real estate tips.
Sure.
So, and I was trying to think of them all, but maybe we won't recapture them now because we are doing our first time home
buying. Yeah,
so,
sure.
But you think about those. Maybe,
Okay.
maybe next week's show we can talk about the
Tips.
hologram,
Yeah.
the mud wrestling.
Sure. The stunt family.
The stage/stunt family.
Stunt family.
Yep, exactly. So
yeah.
start thinking about all
Yeah.
those.
The MMA approach.
MAA approach.
Right. Where you put the keys in the middle of the floor.
And just go at it.
Whoever comes up with the keys gets the house.
It's kind of like the Colosseum effect in
Yeah.
the Roman days.
Yeah.
We
who are about to buy salute you.
throw the keys in the middle.
Yeah, that's all.
And then we'll talk about how it was ingenious, how you can actually look up your own FICO score. We'll talk about that.
Yes,
next
how
week.
you can go FICO yourself.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. So, but
Drive
today we're digressing.
First time
home buyers.
home buying.
What first time home buyers tips would you give?
Well, the first thing I would caution people is to get a team in place early
you're
on.
Good.
You know what I
Who
mean?
would be on your team?
I would start with a real estate lawyer.
Wow.
And you can't do better than Carter
Cattle
Law.
Law office.
Right, of
Kathy,
course
what do you
not.
think about? She's in total agreement on that.
Why wouldn't she be?
7, 8.
She works there periodically.
She does.
Every now and again.
I always tell people we have the best staff in the world.
Yes.
I think
You do.
we do. Because of that, we gave them a little bit of latitude.
Sure.
So if
You have the best team in the world, alternating weeks, without
between them, we have the
right.
best 1.5 team in the world.
Right,
Exactly.
right.
So if you come to our office, you might not see Renee Carter. Again,
Right.
we give her a little latitude.
Yeah.
She works at home.
Sure.
So don't expect to see her in the office.
Right.
She's very, very, she can take care of things.
She knows what's
She knows
going
how to do.
on. Yeah.
Judy, most professional, funny,
Always there.
very good at technology.
Yeah.
She helped me in a couple technology things
Yeah.
today. Just don't call her after 2.
Okay.
Okay? Sherry, as sweet as they come, as genuine as they come, I just raves about her during a closing today. Don't call her before 9:30.
Okay.
And Kathy,
Yeah.
don't call at all.
Don't call.
Okay? Don't expect it.
So
Okay.
somewhere between 10 and 1:30.
We're prime.
Optimal.
Oh, we're
Optimal
prime.
time for
exactly.
Carter Law.
Exactly.
You're getting
you get a big
firing
bang
on
for
all
your buck.
cylinders.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Get big bang for your buck. So I think, we put a team together. You got to get, we always talk about you have to have a real estate attorney.
Yes.
Carter Law office. Call me my cell phone.
Sure.
781-944-7000. I always tell this in a lot of my seminars. If I get your phone call and I don't have your number programmed in,
Right.
it's because I'm taking that, getting the voicemail, because I have in Reading, there's a similar phone number in Reading. It's a fertility clinic.
Yeah, that's different.
So I get all their phone numbers. So
Right.
since we are going to have this as our seminar,
Right.
I'm just letting anyone know if I
Right.
take
So-
your phone call, that's why.
Right. So if you ask for a deposit, make sure you know which kind of deposit you're leaving.
Or if you're looking for a discharge, it has to be a mortgage.
A mortgage discharge.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Not a personal.
Exactly.
Not a
exactly.
personal one. Sure.
Kathy?
These are very important pieces of information. to
Right,
have.
exactly.
yeah.
So once we get, here comes the studio audiences coming in. And
Yeah.
I want to Ed Sullivan will notice anything about our team today.
I don't know.
But we're talking about our team, Ed Sullivan. You got to get an attorney. Doesn't she look good?
She looks good.
For those of
Does she
you that
look
can't
good?
hear Ed because he's not mic'd up, he said Kathy has a beautiful tan.
Yeah.
Beautiful tan, huh? Yeah, she's doing good.
Looks
She's
good.
doing good, yeah. She can't speak, though. Horrible.
Laryngitis.
Hungover.
Terrible.
Oh, yeah. You want to
Drank
go
too
with
much.
that?
Laryngitis.
She has laryngitis.
leave
there,
a little
Ed.
mystery. Sure.
Sorry about that. I know. Ed Sullivan's taking a picture of the three of us. Ed, this is the most me and Tony have talked in years on a certain show. We've tried our best with her, too. We used to make her put her hand up if she was going to interrupt.
that
didn't
doesn't
work.
last.
I was thinking of bringing in a gavel so we
Yeah.
could kind of censor.
No, that
Remember the
doesn't
Gong Show?
Sure.
Maybe we should have a gong in here.
We get a little gong, sure.
If we get, if she
Sure,
gets too much.
add more noise to your show. I'm all for it. I'm very excited.
Chrissy doesn't have enough to do at the
Yeah.
end.
You know,
trying to-
Chrissy has hearing aids
trying to
now.
I mean, I got fitted for them yesterday, but it's fine.
Chrissy, you did admit, and we can say this today because you're not going to get reprisals on this today, I don't think, because you can't talk. Who's the loudest of the three of us? Go ahead.
I said when all three of you get together, it's a whole new level.
Yeah, whole new level.
What I said is
Okay.
the microphone loves Kathy.
Yes. It's the different
Microphones,
pitch of a voice.
Yeah, microphones pick up different pitch. They just like certain pitches, and
Okay.
hers cuts right to the
Right to
chase.
the
Yeah, and I said, welcome to my world at the audience.
Thank
At
you.
the office, sure.
there, exactly there. So,
Sure.
so,
So besides a real estate attorney,
you know
you
who
need
else you should get? Well, you definitely have to get a buyer's
a
agent.
buyer's agent.
Because they
You need a good realtor.
You need a really good realtor because they
Right.
know what the flow is lately.
Right.
What's going in a purchase and sale, what's
Right.
not going in a purchase and sales, and appraisal language should be included.
And this all changes depending on the market.
If it's a seller's market,
Right.
you can't
A
get
lot
a
of that
lot of stuff in there.
Shit goes by the
Buyer's
wayside.
market, you're asking for closing cost credits.
Yeah.
We almost lost our.
Yeah.
We lost someone here,
That's
but that's
all right. We'll be
okay.
all right.
All right. Oh, Kathy wanted to get a little bit more involved. What do you think? Oh, she wanted to interrupt for a second. Oh, you know what she just said?
What'd she say?
You're very funny.
Oh, every now and again.
And
She's turned away now.
oh,
She
because
wants
she's
nothing to do with
embarrassed.
us.
No, you know what she just said?
What?
That she just thinks I'm an unbelievable human being.
You are?
And she appreciates all the latitude. This is what she's called in sick lately for. We were putting this
Oh,
down.
go ahead.
The usual doctor,
Yeah,
dentist,
you can't. Dentist.
voting.
Yeah.
This is a good one. She had to sign her tax returns.
That's an all-day process.
It takes a long time.
There's a lot of face rubbing and.
Because I don't know, when you go to your accountant, I review everything before I sign them.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that takes a lot of time.
Yep.
Look at, we're embarrassing her now.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it. That was a very nice thing to say, Kathy. Thank you very much. No, thank you very much. Yeah. Appreciate it. Wasn't that nice of her?
It's very nice.
All right, so
Anyway.
you're gonna get the buyer's agent on there,
Yes.
right? Yep.
Yeah.
Because they know the flow. They know what's going on. They know the neighborhood.
They know the neighborhood. They know what things are selling for.
Yep.
What you can ask for.
Exactly.
Right.
Because you're right. Different market. You can ask for certain things. A couple of years ago, when it was a little bit more of a buyer's market, I saw radon paragraphs in there. I saw, home inspection clauses with the following items need to get completed by closing. That gets a buyer's agent knows that stuff. They know
Right.
what neighborhoods work and what don't, what school districts work. You got to get a good buyer's agent.
Right.
All right?
Okay.
You know who else you got to get is a mortgage lender.
You need money.
You need money.
That's the bottom line
I don't
here.
know why people don't go to a mortgage lender first, because you might
to see how much you pre-qualify for.
Exactly.
Right.
You
Now, is a
stuff.
pre-qualification, though, doesn't mean
You're approved.
you're approved.
Yeah,
It just
there's different-
means
it's a good point. There's different pre-qualifications.
Right.
Some, they literally, and I shouldn't say this, some bankers just literally fill in the blanks. You're approved for. They don't do too much work on. So you got to watch out for that.
so. And how do they determine that?
They have a formula
Right.
on how much you can spend in a month,
How much you make?
and
How
how
much
much you
can
can
go for
spend.
the house,
Right,
right.
exactly. But it's very, rudimentary.
Right.
So I think you need to get more of a pre-approval, because you're right, because sellers are looking for those pre-approval letters. They want to see proof of funds.
Right.
So you either got to get a lender to say you have it, or you're going to have to show some bank accounts where you have extra
You
$100
have in the
there.
bank.
Exactly.
Right. All
But
right.
but if you don't go to a lender, you don't know how much to tell your buyer's agent how much you're looking for.
How much you're looking for.
Am I crazy on this?
No,
one, Tony?
you should know what you can afford.
Exactly. And you might have different circumstances that you think you have more of an income than you really do, if that
Sure.
makes sense. That lender might not be able to approve your overtime for certain reasons. They
Right.
might not be able to substantiate your child support
Or bonuses.
or bonuses.
Right.
So you got to talk to the lender and tell them as much as possible.
about where your money comes from.
Where your money comes
and
from.
how it's going to be a steady stream
Yep.
of income.
Yeah, they want to see that you can make these payments
Right,
over the years.
5 years
Is that
from now.
crazy?
No. I
Chrissy's
don't think so.
going through it now,
Yeah,
right?
no.
We're going to get Chrissy on the show, and she's going to explain to us.
She buying a house?
She's buying a house.
You buying a house?
Well, I'm
You're looking.
Looking. Chrissy's very smart. She's doing her.
I'm doing my
You're deep-
qualification. I'm
right.
trying to get all my ducks in a row.
There
if
you
you will.
go.
Yeah.
So you got to do that.
Yeah.
Of course.
John Maroney's
This
been a
is
big help.
exactly what we're talking about, getting your ducks in a row.
Got to get your
Yep.
ducks in a row. Maybe we should have that as the.
Maybe we should get some ducks on the show.
Kathy, what do you think? No, nothing.
No, Kathy doesn't want ducks.
Definitely get as much out of her.
Jesus, I say
seriously.
one thing
I had
about her
duck-
talking into the microphone.
I had-
Now she's not talking to me at all.
I had duck for Easter. It was very good.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, I do like duck.
The duck's
Duck is-
very good.
it
That's why
is.
you want
I don't
ducks
have
in
it
a-
all the time.
I'm getting them all in a row, and then I'm going to eat them one by one.
You pick them off from the back so you don't scare the front
Did you ever
ones.
go by that ham place on Route 1?
It never open.
Never
open.
Even for Easter.
No,
For like
that's
an
the
hour.
one day.
The one day.
Right.
What kind of business model is that?
I don't know. It's got to be a money laundering thing.
Okay.
Don't you
Can
think?
we say that?
Just straight to the
Allegedly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I said
have
it's got
no-
to be. I didn't say it is.
We have no verification of
I
that,
would- I
but it
would
is
say-
weird.
right.
They're open like 2 hours.
Right.
Are they
Right.
around?
Never open.
Never open.
Never open.
And then-
Ham's in.
Yeah.
Got to roll. Let's go.
All right.
Buying all the ham. That's all I want to know. I haven't had a ham in years.
They're right beside the bulbs and battery store or something
On
like that.
Route 1 they are.
Which is another one that
Right.
never see anyone there.
No, that's got
Buying a
to
bulb.
be. Right. I need a bulb.
Honey, I'm going out today. I got to do a little shopping. I'm
I
gonna hit.
need- I
I'm gonna
need a
hit everything at all
bulb.
once. I'm gonna get a ham and a bulb all in
Right.
the same spot there. So, lender, you also got to check your credit scores when you.
Oh, sure.
You know, and that lender can probably give you a little advice on how to get your credit score up there.
Up before you
know?
start this thing.
You know, we've had some credit repair analysts on. Remember the first one we had on? You probably don't remember. I think it was at our radio show, and we were rambling a little bit that day.
Yeah, we do that.
And we asked them.
I've never noticed.
You know that? Well, Chrissy, you like this at the very end, and we always kid around. This is where we got it from.
Right.
Would you like to give your phone number to your company?
Yeah.
He says, no.
No,
He didn't
he
and we
want
thought
it.
he was kidding, but again,
No.
I must have emailed him about 5 times
and
after
we
this.
never heard from him again. Yeah.
I didn't think it was that bad.
But some of our ideas
Actually came to fruition.
seemed far-fetched.
But now here we are.
But they somehow, I tried to send it to you, but I couldn't figure it out on the phone.
Yeah.
They now have a thing. If you fall, they have an airbag.
Oh, you came
For
up with
a
that.
personal airbag.
Wow.
do you
Like for
think?
older people, whatever, so that if you take a header, this thing envelops you in like a cocoon of
All right. I am going to laugh when someday we see bubble balls for the elderly.
I'm telling you, it's gonna
I'm
happen.
Laugh, and I'm going to see by Tony V. You got to cooperate some of the stuff.
I
there.
should. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Yeah. The bubble ball was great. She didn't
didn't-
call me for a while
no,
afterwards
no.
either, but I don't know.
It's logical.
It is logical.
You put old people in one of those giant inflatable bubbles.
well, it's
then
good
they
for
can't hurt
It's good for
themselves.
safety and probably a little bit more movement too.
Yeah,
you just roll them to the
mobility,
room to
just
room and
wherever they gotta go, you
Yeah.
roll them.
Yeah.
Sure.
Exactly.
Of
So,
course.
all right, so we got to get our mortgage guy in there. Right?
So we got a mortgage, we got an attorney, we got a
buyer's agent,
a
lender, and then we got to get a home inspector.
A home inspector.
And don't start calling the home inspector after you've signed an offer. It's too fast and furious. You got to have
No.
someone lined up.
No.
Get them right in there.
Right.
We got to know right away. You can't tell a buyer selling like in the old days. Give me 7 to 10 days. I'll let you know how the home inspection goes.
Right.
So we can't do that.
No, you should, so how far in advance should you get your home inspector lined up?
I'd definitely call them a couple weeks beforehand. They get jammed pretty early
Right.
this time of year, so I would call them early. Yeah. So.
And now, How in depth is this inspection?
That's actually a very good point.
I know.
That's unbelievable, Kathy. We've talked about this. Did you think? Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Yes, I know things.
You still can't get over this thing.
It's creeping me out.
I've never heard you so quiet. I think you're nervous about.
I am about the whole situation.
You're ready for the thing to come to life.
Yeah,
and come over the top. And,
I did acid when I was young, and I knew this day would come where I'd be having a conversation with myself. And it's rather a one-sided conversation, and I knew it would end up this way.
Too,
sure, of course.
Didn't you say your internal voice speaks Russian anyway?
Russian, yeah. Well, no, 4 out of the 5 voices in my head
are okay.
Are okay, and then one speaks Russian, and I don't. Yeah.
All right. So who else do we need?
Listen. My brain, my head is a dark place. When I'm not thinking, I grow mushrooms up there.
People always say to me, "I'd love to be in Tony's head." I'm
no,
thinking,
you wouldn't.
Let's think this over a little bit.
No, believe
for
me,
us.
you wouldn't.
Be careful what you wish for.
No.
You know who else we need on team is an insurance agent.
Now,
is that a good idea?
It's you're going to tell me why? I don't know why.
I'm going to tell you why. Because we had a closing where 3 days before the closing, the guy decides he's got to get an insurance policy for his new house, and they denied him. They said because of his dog. So you
because of his dog?
Yeah, it was probably one of the
an attack dog?
Probably yeah, exactly. So you don't want to know that 3 days before.
No,
the
you want to know that far
right,
ahead. Then
right.
you got to decide
between the house or the dog.
The dog, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't want to.
Sure, and if you're gonna be homeless, you might as well have an attack dog.
And for all the dog lovers out there, I don't want to say this, but he's now comfortably living in his house.
Sure.
So I don't want to tell you where he chose. The other reason is you got to find out if you're in flood insurance. You need flood insurance.
Yeah.
I've had people like that. All of a sudden, they owe an extra $3,000 a year for the next 30 years. That's
because they're in a flood zone.
They're in a flood zone.
Now, what constitutes a flood zone?
Yeah, if you're near certain waters. This was a unique one. It was in North Andover, I believe, and you just wouldn't think it was on flood zone, but it was close to an area where they needed to get flood insurance. So
yeah.
They found that out at the last second.
Jesus.
Again, I've never seen
There's
you this
so
quiet
much
before.
There's so much going on.
Chrissy, have you ever seen Tony like this? He doesn't know what to do here.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Keep it going. You'll never hear the end of it from Kathy. We can do the show all by ourselves. You need me.
I've never got this much information out.
No, I know.
right.
I'm waiting for you to run out of stuff.
No.
Before I start going.
All right, so we got our team together. We got through the offer. Can I tell you this? You got in the offer. You're going to put in there things that an attorney wouldn't know about. So if, I've had this before where a couple weeks before the closing, the buyer said, has the seller taken care of all that wiring, that was the knob and tube wiring.
Knob and tube.
And he agreed to take it all out.
Right, and
doesn't
replace it.
And replace it with
You just can't take it out.
No.
You got to replace it.
Oh, no.
Right.
No. You got to get it up to code. And he says a couple weeks beforehand, do you know if he's done that yet? And I said, done what?
Done. Right.
He didn't tell anyone about it. He didn't put it in the person. Luckily, we had a seller that said, oh, yeah, I'll take care of it. But
right, and he did.
And he did it.
Right.
He did it, but
we didn't know that.
We didn't know about it.
You got to know stuff.
You got to know stuff. That's what we're here for.
Yes.
You got to, if you have if there's an item being left in the property.
Yeah.
You should put it in the offer or in the purchase and sale.
Right.
Wouldn't you think?
I would.
You would. So if someone's leaving.
And I don't know anything. And if I would do it, then everyone should do it.
Oh, sorry. Was I in your personal territory there?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, when did you start smoking cigars, too? Jeez.
That I'm happy for that.
Yeah. Did you teach her that?
Yes.
She's got a cigar ready to go.
Ready to go.
Yeah,
sure.
She's got her notes. I'm very impressed about this whole thing.
Sure.
Very prepared.
Just seeing Chrissy when I came,
what I was
came up with
thinking?
this thought.
Yeah.
She ran with this.
That's pretty good.
I need very little encouragement for
I don't need to say
ridiculousness.
much. That's saying it all.
Yeah.
about the whole situation.
I may or may not have made out with it too. I just wanted to know what it was like.
Oh,
but
now that creeps me out because it's me.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, not that making out with you would creep me out,
No,
but I'm
but
just
like-
saying, but by proxy.
Yeah, but it's
Right.
not cheating if it's
No,
not
No,
you.
Right.
right. But
That's
is it
true.
really not him? I don't know.
I
Are
don't
you sure
know.
of it?
It's
I
my
don't know.
essence.
Can I
I'll let
tell-
you know if my tires are slashed later when his wife shows up. Gee.
Can I tell you about the Tootie's sweatshirt she's wearing?
Yeah.
Do you ever hear of Tootie's?
No.
You're from the Charleston, Somerville area.
Yeah.
They used to have this great place in Tootie's. Legendary place. One of those. I know.
I never heard of it.
Only like the Wakefield radio. Anyway, it closed down about 30 years ago.
And you still have a sweatshirt.
The story is we're cleaning out my place in Rockport. We had a couple closets we haven't been in 30 years.
Yeah.
My wife finds a Tootie's sweatshirt.
It's quality shirt.
Quality shirt.
It's a quality
so I
shirt.
wear it in Wakefield now.
Yeah.
You don't know how many times I get stopped.
Was it a restaurant?
It was a little restaurant
Yeah.
where they just sold,
Yeah.
sub shops. Subs all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. All right.
I'm worried about you. I
Don't
gotta
worry
tell you.
about me. No, I'm fine.
All right. So anything you want, if there's
Right.
a personal item, that nice little nook in the corner that's not tied to the property might go unless you put it on there. All right.
I see.
Get permits. Make sure permits are all closed
Permits
on
are
the
all
property.
good, yeah.
Make sure if you're buying a condominium, you check over the condominium meeting minutes.
Right.
Because that will tell you all the nuts and bolts of what's coming up.
Sure.
Ed Sullivan, I am getting more real estate out today, and I'm not sure what the reasoning is. Because she's so quiet. Well, this one's so horrified
I'm
about this
creeped
one.
out by the whole situation.
I've had literally 30 minutes of real estate talk today. He's worried I'm going to be running out of stuff. So.
When I first walked in, I thought, Gavin's back on?
Gav's here. Yeah.
Oh boy, I told you I drove him home.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You know, when I was in Aruba
Yep.
just recently,
Yep.
you get a lot of time to think.
Yeah. That's
You know,
not
because
good
I'm
for you.
not for me. You know.
Yeah.
Because I start like one whole day. I try to imagine a world without dandruff.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. I know
I'd
Chrissy's
like
gonna.
elaboration, please.
I know Chrissy's
Yeah.
gonna ask,
Many
but I'm
things.
gonna go with Chrissy's question.
Yeah.
You have all day to think.
Yeah. This
All
is what
day.
I'm saying. This is what's wrong
All
with my head.
day.
Yeah.
And that's what
That's
you come
what I
up
came
with.
up with.
Why people
I
have
spent a whole
dandruff.
day. No, life before. When did it become a thing? Like it's not a big issue. You know what I mean? Like a itchy head, right? Like there's never going to be a telethon for it. No one's ever going to go, hey, we're throwing a fundraiser for people with dry scalp. But it's an
day.
issue.
You're
but
sitting
all
there
day
on the
trying to
beach.
figure it out. Yes.
With your feet dabbling
Dang
in the water.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about dandruff.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
Not to digress.
Go
The
ahead.
story I think you and Kenny Rogerson tell. Kenny Rogerson's driving around with Lenny Clark.
Yeah.
Some guy cuts him off around a rotary.
Yeah.
He goes, and the guy takes off. He goes, I want a do-over so I can find that guy. And Kenny says to him, of all the do-overs in the world, that's what you want.
That's the one
so
you want.
here we are.
Yeah. I was
That-
thinking about dandruff for a whole day. Yeah. Yep. That's how I work.
Wow.
That, and I think, this is my new idea. You know how we got the 911?
Kathy, can you believe
Yeah.
this?
You know how we have the 911 situation
Look at she's even
where you
shaking
call
her
for, major mayhem.
Yes.
I think we need another 1-1
Oh, yeah.
for regular stuff. Like
So-
just every, like 1111. And you call
All
up
right,
and
so
you
that's
go,
a pretty good idea.
yeah, hey, my
So-
wife said she was making meatloaf and there's fish in the oven.
Okay, I like that.
You know, is the perpetrator still there, sir? Yes. And she won't do anything
we
about
are
it.
relying on the people to make sure they understand the gray area, though, right?
Yeah, right,
yeah. So
right.
this is definitely a 11-11. All right.
1111. Yeah.
All right, can I throw one out?
Yeah, go ahead.
Since we're going to have these PSA announcements.
Sure.
I think the slow lane on 93 or any major highway should not be for the slow drivers. I think that should be in the second lane.
Second
Because
lane
we're
should
all
be for-
coming on.
Right.
And you got a massive amount of people that are going the
Going
slowest
slow,
call.
right.
Yeah.
And you're taking the on-ramp at
Right,
a high
right.
speed. You want your own.
So can we
you want
bounce
your
them over a lane?
Sure.
Yeah.
Alternatively, you could have just built your highways better. It kills me here.
Yeah.
horrible.
What do they
You know what?
like
I
in
know, you're right.
Australia?
You ready to blow your
horrible.
line? Ready,
Yeah.
ready
Yeah,
for me
yeah,
to blow
yeah.
your line?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you're driving down, right?
Yep.
Off ramp, then on ramp. We unload who's leaving, then we bring on. who's
Oh,
coming.
right. The exit and the entrance very close
switch
together.
Them.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
but switch them. In
Switch 'em.
Australia,
Yeah.
your off ramp is first.
Yeah.
Literally, if it's a bridge,
Yeah.
your off ramp is first, so
Right.
everyone gets off.
Yeah.
So then now you've eliminated all that traffic,
So
and
that's a
now
very-
everyone else gets on to the emptier.
That is genius.
That's a very
'Cause I'm like,
interesting.
what is happening? I'm fighting in this country with I'm trying to get off, and I realize, well, he's just trying to get on. I'm like, well, why
right,
is he
right.
getting on before I'm off? If I was off, there would
he
be a
could
space
get on.
for him.
Right.
128. You're right. That's very.
Legitimately, that's what it is in
that's-
Australia. I
yeah.
don't know how that
Every
didn't happen
Bostonian
here.
who's listening to this right now is saying that makes a lot of
That's
sense.
genius. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have rotaries in Australia?
Yes.
Oh, you do.
They're called roundabouts, and we
Roundabouts.
actually know how to use them. No offense, America as a whole.
Yeah. No.
You know
no,
what?
People
I
don't.
have 3 near my house that I pass
Do
every
you have
day.
a speed limit?
Yes.
Yeah.
What is it?
it?
So it's 100 kilometers an hour.
Which
Which
is
is-
70 miles an hour?
Similar to here. It'd be
Yeah.
in the 65-ish, yeah.
70.
Oh, there you go,
62
62
points.
point
Scary.
something. Ed Sullivan just walked
We
in.
got our
Mass
studio
GS.
audience.
Yeah, the
I
highest.
wasn't sure if that was Ed Sullivan or Kathy getting her voice back. So
The highest you'll get is 110. That's only in very certain areas on the
Right.
highway, but that's it. And
Interesting.
most people actually do it in Australia as opposed to here. I like the loose road rules here because we have speed traps, so they're not cops. So here, as far as I understand it, it's mostly police cars. There's no radars. We have radars. They just drop a box on the side of the road. So if you pass
Well,
that
what
thing,
they-
Oh, and then you get a citation in the mail.
oh yeah,
Well, they-
really?
oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I
Well-
got one last time I visited
You're
in the
kidding
rental
me.
car.
Yeah.
Yep.
there's
And
certain parts.
I was 3 over, and I one demerit point. They're cracking down hard. in
Wow.
Australia.
Wow. That's
certain parts of
yeah.
Mass-
That's un-American. See, around here, you got to catch us.
Yeah. I like that.
You know what I
theory.
mean?
Yeah.
I'm into
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
you gotta.
do.
We gotta be
which
caught.
is which
Yeah.
is only fair.
I think so too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
For me,
I don't
think,
know when the last time that box was calibrated. I
Right.
don't know that it's.
Well,
up
you're a
to
good attorney.
snuff.
You could fight that.
I would fight everything. I'm gonna
Ed
fight
Sullivan, what do you think
everything.
about Tony V defending himself, saying, "I don't like the calibration of this"?
That'd be my first. That'd be my first line of defense.
I was arguing one.
When
Eddie can do it, Tony V.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
right,
exactly.
yeah,
Our
yeah.
audience is all chiming in.
When was
Tony
the
V
last
can
time
do it.
that box was calibrated?
You know what they do try to do though? They fake you out on this though. They say
You could say that in a number of different
They
situations.
say the
too,
roads are
by the
being
way.
monitored by aircraft.
Yeah,
I don't think that.
I don't-
I think they're making
Yeah.
that up.
I don't.
I
'Cause
called
don't-
BS on one a while back. I said, how long? So everyone's had it, I guarantee. You're driving down the road and you honestly are like, when is the last time I saw a speed sign? I've done it, especially in Australia. We have huge stretches of road where I haven't seen a speed limit
right.
for a long time.
Yeah.
Right. So what's the speed limit?
My thing is if I got booked, I would honestly say there should be a rule. If the speed thing is X amount of miles away,
Right.
then you can't get booked because they should have had one sooner to
If
help
you-
remind you.
Right.
of what
If you
speed
can't
should be.
see it,
Okay.
out of sight, out of mind.
Right, I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
I
If that
like
thing
it.
is 2 miles, 3
Yeah.
miles back, you're like, well, actually, I'm terrible at distance. I'm
Yeah.
talking kilometers. So let's say it's 10 miles behind you then.
Right.
Sounds like you have a little problem with speed too. Is that what I'm hearing? A lot
Yes, I
of,
do,
lot
but
of
in this-
demerits.
In
so-
this country, you buy a little
Little-
machine that goes beep, 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 beep. There's
Yeah.
police. And
Heavy
you go,
foot,
hit the
yeah.
brakes. Oh, I have a very heavy foot.
Yeah.
I don't mean to. It's legitimately just heavy.
It's just the way it goes. You
I
got-
don't want to speed. My
No,
foot, I
you-
have a
you got-
deformity. My foot is heavy.
I
It
think
just-
we can get you off on that
Me too.
technicality.
Talk about some of your tickets you've gotten. How many times you've been arrested?
No, don't drag her into this.
No,
doesn't
no,
wanna.
no.
Don't drag
no.
her into this.
No,
No.
not today.
No.
She can't talk. She can't talk.
No.
But
That
we did
thing-
pretty good.
Yeah.
Didn't we do good? We,
I think so.
30 minutes and then we started digressing.
Yeah.
Sure
I'm
we did.
Very
That's pretty
impressed.
good. Well, you
Are
said
you
wanted-
impressed? You're impressed.
You
That's
said
one-
you wanted to use this as a teaching
This
tool.
is a teaching
Yeah, we can
tool.
definitely cut the middle part out.
Yeah.
Or
Well, maybe
cut
we'll-
the middle and use it.
Use
I mean,
that.
The rest
Yeah.
is outside.
The beginning out, the end
Yeah.
out, maybe.
Yeah, we're fine.
a couple
Yeah.
words in the middle, and
Yeah.
we'll make it a minute.
I was setting that thing up, and I was being silly, and I was leaning on the desk, just staring into its eyes or into its sunglasses. And then for just
You're really
a
creeping
second,
him out.
just a second, I already told him I made out with it earlier. It's fine. We can't get any worse than that. I literally got goosebumps because it looks like one of those guys on the street where they paint them. I honestly, if it turned and actually looked at me for real, I was like,
Right.
oh,
Chrissy.
I would.
Oh, like the human stature
Yeah,
guys.
that's what it
looking,
looks
it's looking
like.
at you right now.
Yeah.
You know, and it creeps me out.
I've been creeped out the whole time, and I don't get creeped out.
That's why I made out with it to
Just to make sure.
Yeah.
It's a bust of you.
Yeah.
Right,
The only one who
right.
shouldn't get creeped out
Right.
Yeah.
is might be you.
Right. If
I
you
don't
made
know.
out with it and it didn't react,
You should
it's
make
a real
out with
dumb.
That's
no,
weird.
no. Remind me off air to tell you one of the most disturbing things I ever heard.
Awesome. And on that note, we
it's
should
not
just end
even
the show.
fit.
I need to know this
Yeah,
story now.
It's not even fit for this show.
Wow.
Well, Chrissy,
That
thank
says
you
a
very
lot.
much for helping out with all the props today.
Absolutely.
Tony V, very good to see you back.
Nice to be back.
Kathy Holtshouser, you've been a delight. Thank you for
Oh,
all
she
your
nodded a
input
little.
today. She what?
She nodded a little
She
there.
nodded,
I think,
yeah,
so.
yeah,
She's
yeah.
gonna fall off her desk now. That's wobbling, but close.
She's. Thanks for
boy.
joining us here on the Real Estate House Party.
Please come back.
We won't be as creepy next week.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.